All right, so I just got this Wuben X3, and guys, I haven't even unboxed it yet. I wanted to unbox it on camera because normally when Wuben sends me something, the packaging's a little more pedestrian, and I don't mean to beat on them, but this one looked very different and a lot more upscale, so I wanted to show you the actual unboxing. The X3 is a smaller flashlight, a lot of different capabilities, but let's open it together, shall we? I got little stickers on the corners, which I'm going to very gently peel off. All right, little interesting. So, clamshell opens up, manual on top. Obviously, a bunch of the goodies come in this, and the light itself. Now, I need you to look and see just how small this is. It is incredibly, incredibly small. Also, a couple other goodies in the clamshell. We'll go through everything that comes with it, but I want to take a second and I legit just want to measure and weigh this because of how small it is. Like, it's crazy small. Hang on. So the light itself weighs 2.4 ounces. Super light. This is super, super small. This would easily disappear in a pocket, easily disappear on a, like, clip to your pouch, your belt, your backpack, your armor, anything like this. Like, it's crazy, crazy small. Let's see what else it comes with. Let me pull out the knife so that I can very nicely pop this box open. This is a Benchmade bailout, by the way. Nifty little knife I haven't carried in a while. So this would be, I think, a charging box for the light itself, and there would be the USB-C. So it comes with its own little charger. I think you can also wirelessly charge this. The head should rotate 180 degrees, so you can use it forward or you can use it sideways. And I know it says, and I haven't even read the directions, I'll get to that in a second, that when you first get the light, it's locked out. So to remove the lockout, you have to hit the button 4 times. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have the light. I'll go through the modes and everything later. I'm not too worried about that. But seriously, guys, the form factor is so nifty. And the little charging box is freaking cool. And I think I'm gonna plug in the charging box. One more thing before I even go any further. I know that it's going to come with what's in effect a lanyard, but if memory serves, when I was looking at somebody else's review on this, guys, it's a charging cable as well as a lanyard, which is crazy to me. Like, it just, you know, it's multiple uses. So you can hook this to your light and you can use this, and also you have a charging lanyard. This light, a little more pricey than some, admittedly, but here's what's cool is that it comes with a lot and does a lot for the pricing. I'll play with it some off camera, and once I've gotten it fully charged, we'll come back and we'll talk about all the modes, the specs, because like I said, with a fully featured light, there's a lot going on. Really like the case, by the way. See, it's 90% charged already, and the case itself is a charging case. I'll plug in the case and we'll move on from there. So we'll be back. All right, so it's fully charged, or mostly fully charged, and I've read the directions, so I will spare you the step-by-step and everything, but to turn this on, a single press of this button turns it on. That gives you whatever mode you're currently in. If you wanted to switch to a different mode, you hold it down. So right now it's in the 1 lumen, the lowest mode. I don't know if you can see that. I can roll in some B-roll. If I hold it a little bit longer, now I get the medium, which is the 50 lumen. Hold it again, I get 150. If I double tap, that takes me to turbo, which is claimed 700. Now the outputs are a little bit optimistic on the high end and actually a little bit low on the low end. So I think it all kind of balances out. This is not the light that you get if you're trying to search football fields and football fields worth. I mean, seriously, look at the size of it, guys. No memory mode, by the way. It just goes back, at least not with turbo, but it does have memory mode if you have it in the low or medium or high, and I turn it off, turn it back on and back to low. If you hold the button then you go to red, and it's currently in the high mode. If I hold it, now it's in the low mode, and same thing if I just turn it off and then hold it again. Now I'm back to low and red. Did I mention turbo? At any point, if you want turbo, double tap gets you turbo. Whether you have it on or off, doesn't matter. Like for instance, if it's on and I double tap, there's turbo. And then if I don't have it on, like right now it's not on and I double tap, there's turbo, good to go. If I want the strobe, the craziness, triple tap gets you the strobe, and one press turns it off. So you've got a low, medium, a high, a turbo, a red low, a red high, a strobe, which I don't have a lot of use for strobe, but maybe you do in your signaling. If you would like for this whole thing to glow blue when the light is on, which I think right now, if you can see it, it is set to glow blue, which is kind of cool, especially like if you dropped it or whatever and it was still on the low mode and this got covered up, you could still see that blue glow. But if you don't like it, if you just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's see if I did it fast enough. Yeah, and then the blue goes away. So if you want it to glow blue, because I think that looks pretty cool, you can set that. If you don't want it to glow blue, you can set it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, we have the blue glow again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blue glow goes away. So a lot of really nifty modes in a very lightweight and compact light. The outputs, like I said, for the low and the medium, they were actually slightly high, at least from my measurements. The low and medium were higher. For the high mode was very slightly lower. Now remember guys, take my measurements with a grain of salt because my measurement device is literally a styrofoam cooler and a light meter. And the turbo I got, it was over 500, but I never quite hit 700. Like I said, this isn't really your monstrous light. This is a pocket or pouch or even purse light for that matter that really kind of keeps you from having to, you know, cart around some huge monstrosity. It is magnetic, so you can stick it to toolboxes or the underside of your hood. You could also clip it to a ball cap, and it's light enough to where you can easily use it for a headlamp. It's not so heavy that it's going to pull your whole head down. It's not going to feel like you're wearing like a helmet and a bunch of crazy stuff. And you can turn the whole thing, so if you want it to light to go that way, if you want it to go forward, man, there's a lot of usefulness in a very small package. I'll show you guys some beam shots in the basement here in a little bit, but overall, super jazzed with this. This is really, for Wuben, in my opinion, kind of a really premium product. It really, really is nice. Waterproof, IPX65, 180-degree head, sealed. You have to charge it via this, or you can wirelessly charge it, and you can also wirelessly charge it where it'll glow blue when it's charging if you have the blue glow on, or if you don't have the blue glow on, it won't glow blue when you are charging it wirelessly, but you've got a wireless charging capacity here, or obviously you can use the charging case that it comes with, which is a nifty little case. And I'm curious, actually, if I put it in the charging case, so you can use it in the charging case if you wanted to. I think you're only going to get 2 modes, either the low, well, no, you can get red as well. No, so you can't do red high. You can do the low and the medium inside the case. I think it's probably to keep you from getting too much heat, which makes sense to me. What I like is it also tells you the percentage of the battery, so it's charging in the charging case. And you can obviously charge the case itself, and it's red when it's charging, blue when it's not. But nifty little set of features. I like this thing a lot. Like I said, more in just a bit. Hey guys, I apologize. There's actually 2 more features, maybe even 3 more features I wanted to talk about. I completely forgot. If you want to put this in your pocket and you're worried about accidentally turning this thing on, you know, like for instance, here's, you know, it could still get a little bit warm. I think 150 is not going to melt a hole in your pocket, but you know, you're like, hey, I don't want that to happen. If you hit this button 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, then you'll see a little lock there. And then, you know, unless you hit it 4 times again, you won't be able to turn it on. So if you're throwing it in a purse, pocket, or pouch and you don't want it to come on, then I think that the lock is pretty cool. And you can just hit it 4 times to make that go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll turn on for you in whatever mode, and then you're back to normal operation. So that is particularly useful too. I forgot to mention the lanyard itself, the charging quote lanyard. You can, obviously there's a place to tie it to the back of the box if you want to do that. You could probably tie it also to the pocket clip if you want to do that. You kind of increase the amount of bulk by doing that. But in a pinch, oh, and I also forgot, if you wish to, let's say I have my charging box with me, but I don't have any other battery for my poor cell phone, then you can use it to charge your cell phone or other electronic gear. Now, I don't think it's going to give you the kind of capacity that you're going to get out of a dedicated box, but in an emergency, man, it doesn't hurt. And I know you're thinking, well, Jay, you've got a USB-C on yours. I got an iPhone. I'm one of those cool iPhone kids. So I hear you, and apparently so did Wuben, because you can just use the lightning adapter that comes in the little box. And so you do not need to have a USB-C. If you have a lightning, you're good to go. So just little interesting additional feature sets that you get that were kind of unexpected, like in terms of all the neat little features that you can get from this light, man. It just continues to surprise me with neat little features. So I am still impressed. All right, so let's talk basement beam shots real quickly. One, if I go and hit the low, this is 1 lumen. You can see it on the close wall. I don't have the lights completely out, by the way. There's a little bit of light coming through the window, but that is the 1 lumen. You can't even see the far wall. If I go up to 50 lumens, i.e. the medium, you can see a little bit of the wall in the distance, but you know, a nice mild light. And then if I go up to high, you know, we've got a good amount of light that's going around. Turbo, you know, obviously now we're seeing real light, which I like quite a bit. You don't need this much. You know, really this light kind of shines, pardon the pun, when it comes to doing area search. You know, so there's back to 1 lumen red, which you can see just a little bit. And then if I do the 80 lumens red, man, pretty good. So that'll save your night vision if you need it. Seriously, you can barely see the 1. And then there's the high again when it comes to the white light and the low. So a lot of different usability options inside the light and features in the light itself when it comes to the different output modes. So let me give you a real quick conclusion. I don't want to drag this out because to drag it out really kind of sells this light short. Wuben bills this as an easy carry light, their ECL, and that is true. It is very easy to carry. I mean, guys, look at this. It's so small. You could clip it to a shirt pocket. You could clip it to anything. It is super lightweight. It has a ton of modes, water resistant. I can't say enough good things. The time that I have spent with this light, I have very much enjoyed it. It has surprised me on numerous fronts, not the least of which is just how freaking cool it is. And I've got the blue glow going again because I just can't help it. Now Wuben says that the blue glow will eat up batteries pretty quickly. I should mention that without the blue glow on in the lowest mode, which it's currently in, something like 50 hours of run time. So if you need just a really dim light that gives you a ton of run time in a very small package, and like I said, without the blue, then this is definitely it. I love it from that perspective. And in its higher modes, I mean, it's certainly got usable brightness, and certainly that turbo's not bad either. But I just enjoy this light quite a bit. I may very well end up sneaking another copy of this in my wife's purse just because of how useful it is and how not bulky. I don't even know that she'll notice it most of the time due to the weight or lack thereof. I think Wuben's really hit it out of the park with this light. Really, I don't even know what else to say. I'm super impressed. You know, I thought when I first encountered Wuben as a brand that it was more of a bargain brand. And while they do have some lower price point entries that are nice little lights, this one is a little more, I don't want to say super high end, but a higher end light with a bunch more features. And I think this one's more in tune with your EDC crowd that wants something that's not super bulky, because, you know, big round flashlights, they just don't fit in your pocket well. And I think especially for people who wear maybe more stylish clothes, the ability to get away with a bigger flashlight's not there. So for those ladies and gentlemen with the more discerning taste when it comes to a mini flashlight to carry about your business and not get in your way, I really can't say anything more than I would look at the Wuben X3 if I were you. For price, performance, size, and packaging, I don't think you're going to beat it, quite honestly, and I'm super impressed. Anyway, guys, I will end this here. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time and attention to this. I will put a link to this light in the description if you're interested in getting it. There is a coupon code which will take some of it off, so it takes a little bit of the sting out. It's not as expensive as your domestic Surefires, mod lights, cloud lights, anything like that. But for an offshore-based light, you might be thinking it's a little more pricey. It is, but like I said, for what you get, I think you get a lot. I will end this here, guys. If you enjoy content like this, please do all the YouTube things, like and subscribe. If you want to get a notification whenever I put up a video, hit that notification bell. Take care, stay safe. I'll talk to you soon.
Get 'em, Jay.